Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, and today we can look the second day problem of the 30 days of code. Okay, here's today's problem. It's captain's room. From the name itself we can understand that it's something specific with the captain's room. Yeah, let's read the question here. Mr. Anand is the manager of at Infinite Hotel. The hotel has infinite amount of rooms. One fine day, finite number of tourists come to the hotel. The tourists consist of a captain and an unknown group of families consisting of K members per group. Okay, so the number of family, unknown group of families consisting of K members. Okay, so we don't know how many families are totally there. It's unknown to us, but we know how many members are in each family. Okay, so where K not equal to 1, okay, K cannot be equal to 1. It's always more than 1. Then captain was given a separate room. Okay, captain will be given a separate room, and the rest were given one room per group. Room will be given per group. So per group contains K members and they will be given one room. Okay, and Mr. Anand has an unordered list, randomly arranged room entries. The list consists of numbers for tourists who will appear K times per group except the captain's room. So the number of families, if it's 5, then, and suppose each family consists of K members, it will be repeated K times, like 1 to 5. Suppose the 1 to 5 will be the room number, then it will be repeated K times, but the captain's room will be repeated only one time. Then Anand need help you to help him to find the captain's room number. So Mr. Anand needs our help to find the captain's room number. Okay, so let's go to the test case. It's 5 is given here, then 1 to some random numbers. Let's look at the first line. Consists of an integer K, size of each group. So here 5 is the size of each group, and second line contains the unordered elements of the room number list. Okay, so this will be the room number list. It's too long. Oh my god, it's too long. Okay, second line, then output is here is 8. So 8 will be the captain room, and 8 is not repeated any more time, like only one time. Let's see the explanation. The list of room numbers consists of 31 elements. Since K is 5, there must be 6 groups. So we are given K equal to 5 and 31 elements, so only one room is for captain, and remaining there are 30 rooms. So each family consists of 5 members each, so there will be 6 groups of families. So the unknown number is 6. We actually don't need to find the unknown number of families. It's not like we are not interested to find that. We only need the captain number. So we will be given a number of size of each group, and a random set of numbers here. So we only need to know whether the number that's only present once or the number that's not present 5 times. So yeah, first we need to input that. I already did that part, like group size equal to int of input. Then I converted this to a list, like a list equal to list of map function. Then in the input of split, I converted this into a list. Then we need to know which number is repeated. Here number means the room. Okay, so we need to find which number repeated only once. So in this we can find 8 is repeated only once, but we don't know how many times the others are repeated. So we can either convert the list into dictionary, so that we'll get 8, like key 8, and the value of 8 as 1. So we can print the value with 1, so that we can get the output as k. So there's a list comprehension method to convert a list to a dictionary. Like it's already shown over here. Dictionary equal to p list of count of p for p in the list. It will convert the list into a dictionary. Then we only need to know which room does not repeat 5 times here. So whatever be the k number, we want to know which row number did not repeat that much time. So for that, I written here for key and values in dictionary dot items. If value not equal to the group size, then print k. So only 8 will not be repeated 5 times, so we will get output as 8. But when we run that, it's showing time limit exceeded, says 823 members. The test case here is so huge, 823. How can even 823 members fit in one room? It's practically impossible. Yeah, whatever. So 823 here, so it fails. Then we can do the next thing, like we only need to, instead of looking 5 times, we can just check which one repeats only 1 time. So if value equal to 1, then print key, then still the same thing happen. Then instead of doing that, we can find the key with minimum value. That's gonna be 1 itself. Minimum value is 1. That's gonna be 48. So still we are doing, after doing this function like zip of ticked off values, we will get the same result, and it will also time concede. Then going with the next one, print of list of keys, list of values, and it's also same as this one. This one and this one is exactly the same thing. We are just finding the index. Like first we will be converting the dictionary values to a list, and then we'll be checking the index of 1, the one here. It will be having only 1 value, so we will get the position from here. Then we will be converting the keys to a list. Then we will be finding the position, the key in that particular position. So we will get 8 here. So still, but it will exceed the time. So I thought of making the dictionary would be so time consuming, so that's why I decided not to further proceed with the dictionary. So instead of doing that, I just try to loop it out. Like if you have the list, then we only need to check whether which element is repeating only once, right? So for that, for I in the list, if list dot count of I equal to 1, then print I. But for the end, this 823 thing, and we don't know how many families are even there. So if the number of families is 100, then 1 to 100 gets repeated 823 times plus the captain. So it's gonna be a nightmare. So it's also get wrong, only 3 test cases got correct. Then we move onwards with adding 2 extra empty lists, and then we will be looping through the list as if I not in A, like it will be an empty list, and then if it's not in A, then we will append it to A itself. And on the next time when it checks for another value, if I not in A, and if it's already in A, then it will append to B. So we will get the number of families over here plus the captain here. Like captain 8 will be repeated only once, right? So if I not in A, like 8 won't be in A, so it will get appended to A, and it won't be appended to B. So here we have 8, but here we don't have 8, but the values will be repeating, so on and on. So we will get, then we will be like looping through the A for I in A. Like here we have the number of families and the captain. So we will be just checking whether which number is 0 in the B, as we neglected the captain here. Like there won't be the captain room in B list. So while doing that, still we will get the time consume, like exceeded error, as this count takes huge amount of time. Then we move forward with doing another method. Like instead of after doing all these things, we will still get the A list. So in order to do that, like I instead A equal to set of list. Actually it's the same, but yeah, still it fails, whatever. Then instead of doing that, instead of looping here, like for I in A, if B dot count, instead of finding the count, we only need to look whether it's present in B or not, right? If something in A is not present in B, that's gonna be the captain room. So instead of checking whether the count is equal to 0, I just checked whether it's present in B or not. If I not in B, print I. So the time complexity reduced further. So here 5 test cases got correct. So still in the set B, the list is gonna be too high. Like if the number gets added and added, if a number already in B will automatically get added to it and again. So in order to avoid that, I used set, like instead of avoiding that, I made A equal to A list and B an empty set. So they're gonna be we'll be adding, instead of appending, we'll be adding that. So we'll get a list like, we'll be getting a list with only the captain not present in B. In a list A, we'll get the number of like rooms of the family plus the captain room, and in this case there won't be the captain, as if I in A, I not in A, it gets appended to the, like suppose in this case if 8 appears here, if till this time 8 is not present in A, so when the I turns to 8, if I not in A gets appended to A, 8 gets appended to A, and the remaining items goes to B. So the captain room will be present in A along with the other numbers, but it won't be present it won't be in B, so we only need to subtract B, A minus B to get the captain number. So in order to subtract that, we need to convert the list A to set A, so that we can use the operation set A minus B. But then the set function actually uses, okay, this is just the same. Instead of I not in A, I used I in A and remaining, just the opposite, that's all. And when we are using the set of A function, it actually loops through the list A and does the for loop function, and it takes huge amount of time to convert it to a list when the test cases is of this kind, like here, like the 823. So we finally decided to make the two variables to a set, like A equal set A and set B, so that when like we don't need to convert it later, only the one room will be added once to each set. So when we are subtracting in the similar way, set A minus set B, we will get the output as 8. We are using star here, as after subtracting it will still be a list and 8 will be inside that list. So in order to get out of that set, we will be using a star here, so it will be printing just 8. Okay, let me run the code. Let's first run it. But yeah, congratulations, and submitting it. What's happening here? It's not showing anything. Okay, yeah, it's done. All test cases are cleared and we got the output. So I hope this video is helpful to you guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Okay, until next time. Okay, then tomorrow we'll be coming with the next problem. Okay, bye then.